I'm Ben Ross, and my product is Stick Saver. So, what is Stick Saver? Stick Saver is a clear lacquer which you apply to your drumsticks to increase the longevity and durability of the sticks to prevent them from breaking as often. You can find Stick Saver sold in bottles. It's primarily going to be sold in a 4-ounce bottle, although if you find yourself going through it too much, you can directly order a 16-ounce bottle from us at the company. And they're going to be priced at $12 and $42 respectively. You'll be able to find us anywhere you buy music gear online. Primarily Sweetwater is going to be your outlet. And what's unfortunate right now is we are not currently in any physical stores such as Guitar Center, West Music, but we are trying very hard to get there as soon as we can, so you'll be able to pick up our product wherever you go to shop for your drumsticks in general. And we plan to convey the message and usability of our product through social media and YouTube ads. And we want to do it this way because it allows us to target our ads to the group that we're trying to market to, which is going to be drummers and percussionists. So taking YouTube, for example, we can find videos that are just general music videos, drum tutorial videos, drum cover videos, orchestral performances. And if we put a Stick Saver ad in front of it, we can ensure that we're likely getting, at the very least, musically minded people, but hopefully drummers and percussionists to look at our ads and consider our product. Some of the strengths of Stick Saver is going to be our proprietary formula. This is a completely new product. There's nothing like it on the market currently. And so we have a formula that the other companies do not have access to at this moment. And we hope to use that along with the untapped market to really leverage our position in the market to beat out competitors who are late to the game. And speaking of market, this is a very big market that we're going after. It's not just people who play drum kit like myself, but we also want to go for percussionists as a whole. We get people who play timbali, timpani, all the percussion items that are going to require a stick to hit a membrane. We intend to market Stick Tuner towards them because Stick Saver is going to keep the durability of their sticks up and their satisfaction high. The biggest weakness that we as a company have is the new company aspect. We have very minimal brand recognition. The people are not aware of who we are and what we do, which we hope to combat with our marketing strategy. But at this moment, we are not a very well-known brand. And another issue, like I mentioned earlier, is we are not in stores right now. And while we are planning on getting into stores as soon as we possibly can, at this moment in time, we just aren't. And it is definitely a weakness in the company. But let's take a look at the opportunities and why I believe this to be a long-lasting product that has a great potential for success. The first is going to be the rising prices in drumsticks. As a product that aims to extend the life of drumsticks, the rising prices are really a big factor. I remember myself 3 years ago buying drumsticks. It was about around $15 a pair of sticks. And you can get nicer, less nice, but 15 was about the benchmark. And nowadays, when I go to buy drumsticks, it's about $20 to $21 for a pair of sticks. And that increase really adds up. If you're buying sticks about once every 3 months is about average. Some will buy every 1 or 2, some will buy every 4 or 5. But 3 months is about the standard benchmark of how long a pair of drumsticks will last. That money really adds up. There's nothing worse than when you're playing the drums and then your stick breaks and you realize that you don't have any backups, so you have to go out and now spend $24 on sticks that you were not planning on spending that day. And we aim to eliminate that need of having to overly buy drumsticks. And along with this it's a product that is ripe for celebrity endorsement and integration. This is a product where if we get it in the hands of the celebrity drummers, famous drummers like Travis Barker's big one in the modern days, and we get them to use it, we get them to like it, then we can get them to advertise our product for us. And hopefully we can even get a discounted price for their endorsement, as it's a product that they are using anyway and like to use. Now we have two big threats, and that is D'Addario, who makes ProMark drumsticks, and then Vic Firth, who makes name Vic Firth drumsticks. These two do not make a product like what we're making right now. And I want to emphasize the right now. These by far are the two biggest drumstick manufacturers in the space. And once they see a product like ours that's increasing the lifespan of drumsticks, they are going to want to get in on that market as quickly as they can. They will see the value and they will want to make sure that the money from not breaking sticks is going to them as opposed to a third party who doesn't benefit from them breaking sticks like these companies do. So it is very likely that within the first few months of operation, these two companies are going to try to release an alternative to our product, but we plan on getting a big enough foothold in the door where we take the space of that market share and they are left in the dust playing catch up. The benefit of this to the consumer is the increased longevity in drumsticks. I touched on it earlier, but having to buy drumsticks less and less is going to be super beneficial for consumers, because if a drumstick costs $25 for a set, you buy 4 at once, then that's $100, and that can easily translate to a new cymbal, new hardware, new, nicer, more fun stuff to buy on the drums. Drumsticks are like buying guitar strings. They're not a fun thing, they're a necessity. We have to buy them, but we don't want to buy them, and we aim to decrease the amount of times you have to buy them. So what problem does this solve? As mentioned, it's the stick breakage. We are negating and trying to minimize stick breakage as best as we possibly can to keep you playing for longer. But even more than that, we are trying to keep the stick tips intact. Stick tip chips are very bad for the intonation and the overall sound of your cymbals, especially your ride. So if your stick tip is intact longer, then your cymbals are going to sound more consistent for longer. One of the advantages here is that we are a unique product. There is nothing like this in the scene right now. And that comes with the advantage of we don't have any competitors at the moment, which I expect them to grow, as mentioned earlier, but at this moment there are no competitors in the market. And it can be used by every percussionist. Like I mentioned earlier, it's not a drum kit thing only. It's all percussion items can be used. And why is it superior? Well, if you compare it to other durable stick options, you get significantly more versatility out of the Stick Saver. This is because I'll use a story from my own personal experience. I like to play ProMark Firegrain sticks, 7A as the size. And I also like to play nylon tipped sticks, but they don't make ProMark Firegrain 7A with nylon tips. So I have to be faced with the choice of, do I want to sacrifice the nylon tips or do I want to sacrifice the durability of my stick? And I always sacrifice the tips. But now I would be able to buy a standard nylon tipped stick and apply the Stick Saver to it, which would then increase the durability while also allowing me to have nylon tips, which is what I would love. And along with that is it's just cheaper. If you look at some of those other options like the ProMark sticks I just mentioned, their durable option, they're about $4 more expensive than their regular sticks. So those are probably going to be about $25 a piece. And reminder, our 4-ounce bottle only costs $12. And then right here we have a Head Max sticks. These are an example of a synthetic stick, i.e. aluminum, polyurethane, what have you. And while these sticks do excel in the durability aspect of their playing, they really don't do great in the playability aspect. I've had a pair, and while they have not broken, I will say they also don't sound as good. They're a little more slick. They don't play as nicely. And this is a pretty common consensus amongst most drummers. These are if you really need durability. But if you want to balance durability and playability, which is what we're trying to do, then you're going to need wood sticks that are built durable, preferably with Stick Saver. But that'll be all. Thank you for listening to our pitch, and I hope you consider Stick Saver.